In this age of startups, disruptive innovation has become a buzzword. There are thousands of startups, basically in all major developing countries, who would like to disrupt existing products, existing industries, creating a far larger market, highly profitable business. Yes, it is true that startups have history of causing disruption. Whether it was Sony's initiative, or whether it was Thomas Alva Edison, or whether it was Carl Benz, or whether it was Steve Jobs, or whether it was Bill Gates, they started the journey as startups, tiny little firm, in pursuing ideas to cause disruptions to incumbent large firms, industries. Even Sony succeeded to make America's icon Kodak bankrupt with digital imaging technology in a situation where Kodak invented the imaging technology. So what it takes to cause disruption, to succeed in disruptive innovation? Let's talk about it. First thing, it requires a new technology core with the potential of offering an innovation as a better and cheaper substitute to existing products. But unfortunately, irrespective of the greatness of the idea, irrespective of the strength of this underlying technology core, irrespective of the strength of the entrepreneurial team, irrespective of the strength of the managerial and financial capability, every disruptive innovation emerges in the form of primitive nature, or in the form of primitive product, which creates a very little appeal, or basically no appeal, to the customers who are using incumbent products. Then whom to sell this product? Then innovators should look around and figure out those customers who are badly trying to use existing, are badly feeling the necessity of the existing products, but for some reason they couldn't use them. And that is called non-consumption, according to Professor Clayton Christensen. So they need to figure out this market, or this market should be present in their reach. And they should start selling products to this non-consumption market. That non-consumption market may not produce profitable revenue and will not probably produce profitable revenue, but that would give an important input to the innovation process. That is the feedback. And they would tell what are the things they need to address in order to create the appeal of the product. And that is a place innovators would also feel the pressure of reducing the cost, because often they would sell it at loss. Even Elon Musk's electric vehicle is facing the same situation. Then they should look into, is the underlying technology core amenable to growth, making the product better and cheaper, so that eventually that idea or that innovation would succeed to be a better alternative to the existing one. For example, Elon Musk's electric vehicle, though it has created a huge appeal, but still it's a long way to go to be a better substitute to gasoline. And in order to do that, underlying technology core, that is the battery, or the lithium-ion battery technology core, should keep improving further and further, so that eventually electric vehicle becomes a not only better alternative to gasoline vehicle, but also a cheaper alternative. So they should very carefully analyze how far the technology core is amenable to change. Let's look into the hydrogen vehicle, hydrogen fuel cell vehicle, which created a great excitement in 1980s, but it couldn't succeed as a better alternative to gasoline vehicle because underlying technology core was very slow to grow. Then eventually, electric vehicle started taking over that market. And that requires a significant redesign capability. a significant technology advancement capability, or the significant ecosystem capability that some partners would start advancing the technology to support the redesign of the innovation which has a disruptive potential. Then they should also look into some external factors. They could they create some externality positive effect to make their innovation to succeed. For example, complementary goods and services. Would it open the opportunity of the competition of bringing complementary goods and services so that perceived value of the product keeps going up and eventually even cost keeps going down? They should look into this opportunity and they should design the product in such a way so that complementary goods and services could be linked to that. For example, iPhone success has a strong element to the App Store. These complementary goods or complementary applications made iPhone more and more appealing to customers. And Apple had to design the product to have this capacity. And also there is a network effect. Does the product has any network features, or can the network features be built so that with the increasing customer base, the appeal of the product would keep growing? And next one is the scale effect. And it may be the last but not the least, the scale effect. And scale effect originates from multiple sources, and one of the main sources is software. Can we have a significant software content in the product? Can we replace the role of hardware, electronics, and other elements with software? Because cost of copying the software is zero. So that product could have a significant scale effect. As we keep producing more and more pieces, the cost of product would start decreasing or would start falling. So these are the 7 issues need to be very carefully looked into to figure out, does the idea have a potential to cause disruption to existing products, existing firms? Or how could those 7 issues be leveraged to create the disruptive power of the idea? Until and unless these very important elements or the very important windows or pathways are very carefully looked into and explored and leveraged, just the claim of disruptive innovation wouldn't succeed to cause disruption to existing products, industries, and create a new one, creating a new business opportunity for the innovator.